Hi guys, it's Joseph and welcome back to our channel, Tailored Style. So today I'm going to be doing a little in-depth makeup tutorial look for you. Just the average, I'm calling it the basics for beginners. I know a lot of you guys have requested this so many times over, and I'm listening to you and I'm finally taking the time to do it. So I hope this video is very helpful to you guys that have been asking for this. If you have any specific questions, be sure to leave them in the comment box below and let me know if you would like another video or specific videos about this subject. So without any further ado, here, let's dive in. Okay, so let's get started. So pretty much like I always tell all of my clients, the first thing when you're going to do your makeup will wear how your skin will. So if you're not one of those people to take good care of your skin, or that you don't have any type of skincare routine, oftentimes you're always going to be dissatisfied with the way that your makeup wears because of the fact that you're not taking care of your skin. If you have bad acne or if you have dryness and you're not moisturizing, you're not doing all that, and you're just piling up all this makeup on top of your skin, you're never going to get that airbrush, dewy, glowy finish look that you're looking for, that most people are looking for when they do their makeup. So pretty much always start off with that. This morning I've already washed my face with Clinique's City Block Pore, I think it's charcoal cleanser. And then I use the GlamGlow ThirstyMud. It's a mask, I believe, that I use for moisture, and I just left it on my face. And that's how pretty much I always start, because I get really dry around my beard area where I shave and use a razor and stuff like that. So that way you always want to be putting that moisture balance back into your skin. Now, I like my makeup to be very dewy. I like it to look very just natural and very skin-like and very just almost, I guess airbrush would be the word. So I always add a little bit more moisture to every step that I do. So let's dive. So pretty much I'm going to get started by using my Quick Fix Spray by Urban Decay. This stuff right here, it's amazing. And I'm just going to coat my face in that. I'm a very liberal sprayer when it comes down to spraying anything in life, so I always use a whole bunch, but it's just Hydro-Charged Complexion Prep Priming Spray. And pretty much it just helps balance out and rejuvenate the skin post-cleansing, of course. And it's hydrating, and it just helps prime it with all these vitamins and stuff like that, and improve your skin tone and how everything works together. So after that, then I move right on to my next one, which will be my Bobbi Brown, their Vitamin Enriched Face Base, which I absolutely love. It's like a mixture between a makeup primer and a moisturizer to me, which I go ahead and I just put it back in those spots where it was kind of dry or things weren't looking the way that I needed it to look, like that. And I mean, I still kind of use it everywhere, so. But definitely around my beard area. And definitely you want to coat your neck as well, especially ladies if you're going to be wearing those low cut tops, or men, you know, whatever floats your boat nowadays. So after that, moving right along after that, I take now my, I'm going to use my YSL primer. So it looks a little something like this. Yves Saint Laurent. This is their Touche Elite Blur Primer. Now, the first two steps I did for me are just kind of my preference as far as the moisture balance that I like in my face, which you should still be doing, but you don't have to go to that extreme to where you're doing all these different ones, but because of how I like my makeup, that's what I do. But now we're getting into really the makeup steps. So you always want to prime your face first. So pretty much what you're doing is you're going in and filling those pores, so that way this makeup is not getting all underneath your skin and stuff like that. You want it to cover, but most importantly, you don't want this stuff just sitting in your skin like that. So the primer just kind of helps give everything, minimize your pores, and kind of make everything smooth out. So that way it's for easy application. Now this primer I'm using has gold flakes in it to help with just the shimmer bronzy look or whatever. And so I really like that look. So I always use that. Now, because I'm OCD, I'm going to take it one step further and use my Farasali, their Rose Gold Elixir. This has real 24 karat gold in it. And so before I put on my foundation, I'm going to take this little vial thing, that's cute, and I'm just going to put some on my beauty blender, like that, and just let that kind of just soak in. Normally I would have put it on my face, but today I'm going to try it a little different. Now that all those steps are completed, we're going to take, I'm using the Marc their Beige Golden Remarkable Full Coverage Foundation. And I just started recently using this stuff when I came back from Colorado, or actually while I was in Colorado, we went to the Sephora down there and got this, and I really like the way it covers. Now, a lot of times when choosing your foundation, guys, you want to make sure that you're accounting for your pigment tone in your skin. So some people, darker skin tones will normally have a redder, more orangey undertone, and then lighter skinned people normally have a more yellow undertone. So you want to make sure when you're picking your foundation, all of that matters. Even if it looks like it's the right shade, if the undertones aren't right, you can end up looking orange or you can end up looking pale by what you choose. My favorite thing to do is, because even though I'm into makeup, I'm not too, what's the word, I guess, book smart on makeup. So I do use a lot of other people's little tricks or whatever like that to make me sound smarter. But what I would recommend for you if you're looking for a new foundation is go to Sephora and get color matched. That's what I did, and honestly, it was probably the best decision I made because this one matches me so perfectly, and I really like the coverage that it gives. At first, now I was terrified because I was like, this looks really strong, like really strong. But at the same token, who wants to be uncovered? What's the point of spending $50 on foundation and you're not going to be fully covered? So I'm just going to take this stuff now and blend it out. And I like it because it really does match my skin tone. Like, this is like perfect to what my skin type is. And at first I thought it was too light, but after really looking at myself, because I have freckles and because I have dark spots or whatever like that, it sometimes looks like I'm darker, but I'm not. I'm actually really white. Sad face. I thought it was a little bit more colored, but no. But I make myself look colored with my contour. So pretty much now I'm just taking my beauty blender, is what I'm using to go ahead and spread this out all over my face. A lot of times when you're doing foundation, some people use their hands. I really don't suggest that. You're not going to get an even coverage of anything. What I like about the sponge is it absorbs it, and so it allows you to displace it, or disperse it, I guess, better. You want to make sure you're using a really good sponge. A lot of these cheap sponges out here don't absorb the product well, and then you just end up having all your makeup in the sponge. What I love about the beauty blender ones is that's just not how theirs works. It's like a guaranteed good finish to it. And that's another reason why I always say prime your neck, because a lot of times people are always going to run their makeup down their neck too. And I definitely suggest that if you want to blend out, especially men, if you're a man wearing makeup, you definitely want to run it down your neckline a little bit, especially if you have like a shadow or anything like that. It'll help just kind of cover that up, because a lot of times men's necks can look darker just based upon their skin color. I mean, just based upon their hair color and how their facial hair grows out. I'm just going to run that down. So if anybody has any questions about like what type of foundation or how they should apply or what they're using or if they should be using something better, be sure to leave that in the comment box below, and I will be sure to answer those. If you have any specific questions about makeup or skincare or how you should be caring for your skin or different skin types, or want to see videos on that, make sure to let me know, and I will leave that in the box below, or make another video. We'll probably just make another video for it. Okay, so now I pretty much have an even coverage of foundation that I like, and so now we're going to move on to concealing. So now that remember we primed, we've done our foundation, and now we're going to conceal. Now this is going to be different for many people, because if you're not going for that glamorous, glamazon, highlighted and contoured look, then you're probably just going to conceal the spots in your face that are darker, or you have a pimple, or you have a blemish, and then you're going to move on. But for me, I do the whole highlight and contour thing, and a lot of people don't even know what highlight and contouring is. So pretty much I want you to explain that whatever you're highlighting, whatever's the lighter color that you see on people's faces, they're bringing your eyes to. Whatever's lighter, your eyes are going to focus on. Whatever you make darker, you're going to not focus on. So pretty much a lot of times what people do is they always highlight under their eye to bring focus to that and make this look longer, which often terms can make your face look thinner, especially if you have that round, more chubby face like I do. And then a lot of times they'll conceal or make it darker around their cheekbones and around their forehead, normally around the nose, and around their jawline, to just give that really cut definition to your jaw. So that's what mostly I do. Now they do different shapes of contouring, and I do different shapes of contouring depending on the facial type. But for me, I'm a triangle type person, and I just kind of go with it. And so I'm going to be using two different concealers today for this. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm also going to be using so these are the two I'm going to be using, the Tarte Shape Tape and the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealers. This one is in the shape Light Medium Honey, and this one is in the shape Medium Light. Now they make a million shades for this stuff, which is always hard to kind of figure out, but it's not bad to have more than one concealer. You can always mix them together. So pretty much what I do is I go ahead right here and I take the lighter one that I was telling you guys about, and I'm just going to hold this off to the camera so that way you guys can still see. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and go right under my eye and kind of make that triangle shape, right, just like that. And I'm going to drag it down a little bit more, because I like to elongate my face, because I do have a really round face and I like to look very skinny and snatched after I do my makeup. So I'm going to pull that down and go straight down like that. Okay. So then I do one above my forehead, so really just one right there, and I'm going to do one right there, and then I'm also going to do 2 dots right here, because what I'm doing is I'm bringing your eye points to under my eye, my forehead, the bridge of my nose right there, and then I'm also using it to kind of give my cheeks that definition that I want, and you'll see how it acts when I can do the concealer, or the contour part. So these are my highlighted areas. So now I'm going to take the Urban Decay one that's more matches my skin tone, and I'm going to go around that so that way when I blend it out, I don't look like I have white and yellow. So pretty much I just take it and I just kind of go around what I did. So we're going to do this one, and then we're going to like that, like so. I'm just going to go in between these and create that finished look. Alright, so this is how it looks normally. So this is my highlight area of what I'm highlighting when I do my face. And so now I'm going to take the other end of my beauty blender. And it's gotten a little dry, so I'm going to take a little bit of water and just mist that. And now I'm going to blend. Okay, so now that we have blended out our concealer for our highlight, excuse me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set it. Now, oftentimes I hear a lot of clients say the same thing. They're always like, how do I keep my makeup from transferring? It's always rubbing off. It's always when I use my cell phone, all this kind of stuff like that. This is a key principle, and please, everyone, if you take nothing else, take this. You cannot expect for your makeup to stay if you're not setting it. Or all liquid forms of foundations, concealers, highlighters, everything has to be set with the powder. The powder is what kind of goes in, kills the rest of that moisture, and gives it that flawless finish, and then it's easier to not have any type of transfer unless you're sweating or going to be doing something extremely physical, laborious in the day. So that is one of the main things you always have to remember. So a lot of times while you're seeing that creasing or that caking happening is because you have not set it. Now a lot of times if you already have a lot of drier skin, I know some people that don't actually wear any type of powder because their skin's already naturally so dry, so it absorbs all of this stuff immediately. But for those who have normal to oily skin, you definitely need to be setting your makeup. So now I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder by Laura Mercier. Looks like this. It's amazing. It reminds me of the bottle from Catwoman. You know, the what was that stuff called that they were trying to sell that was like killing people? But the packaging is really cool. I like it a lot. So now I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to use my beauty blender again, and I'm just going to go right underneath my eye and just set it. Now, some people like to do a lot. Some people like to do a little. But whatever you do, make sure you set. Okay, so now that we have set the face, now we're going to wait a couple minutes and just kind of let it bake. Now it's just terms. Now some people do their baking process after they even set. I do it at the same time because for me I'm not trying to get some huge under highlighted thing where it's super dramatic. So I'm just going to let it set for a couple minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, so now that it's set for a couple seconds, we're just going to wipe away the excess. So now I'm going to take a little Morphe M110. I love how fluffy their brushes are. And I'm just going to wipe away the excess from underneath my eye, like so. Okay, so now after I do that, because I haven't set the other parts of my face that just have foundation, I've only set the under eye with that loose setting powder. Now I'm just going to take a regular white translucent powder, which has no type of color. It's universal. The other one I use has some type of tint. It's like a beigey tint. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of this pressed powder from Laura Mercier, take the same brush, looks like so, and I'm just going to put it on the spots that got no type of coating from the powder, which will be my cheeks, on my nose, right there, and I'm even going to do my neck because we don't want that to get too cakey and transfer either. Okay, so now that I've done that, now my face is set with that powder. So now I'm going to do my contour to where I make it a little bit darker. So now I'm going to use Anastasia contour kit. from Beverly Hills. You see this one has been through some things with me. And I'm going to be dipping into this shade right there. There. Okay. So pretty much the idea with contouring is you want to find a shade. They come in many different varieties. I know Anastasia, I believe, has 2 different kits. They have this one and they have a medium to dark one. So a lot of times you're going to use the more taupey tones or whatever like that for more fair complexion. You're going to use the deeper, more golden orangey tones for your darker complexion. So pretty much I'm just going to take this little knockoff Artiste brush I got and I'm going to rub into that right there. And we're going to watch the magic happen with this contour. So now I'm going to start, I always start above my forehead, right around my hairline. And it always looks super dark when you start, especially with these types of brushes. So now I'm just going to rub that in and blend out. So. And so now because I'm a guy, if you're a female, normally contour stops about right there in about the corner of the eye is what I always say, about maybe 1/4 in the way of your eye right there. And that just kind of helps cut that bone and to kind of give you that facial shape that you want. But for guys, because if you elongate it, I always drag mine all the way down because it kind of gives you that elongated thing and gives you that chiseled look. And it helps with guys, especially if you're just wearing makeup for just a little extra flawlessness or just for a photo shoot, men, you can do that and it will help pull that off for you to where you're not looking too feminine. Now me, I have a happy medium between looking like a girl and not looking like a girl, so we just keep it moving. And I like to drag it all the way behind my ear, so that way I'm giving it a nice finished look and it doesn't look like it just is my neck part where you can see the beginning and ending of a line of any sort. And of course we're going to go back through and blend this out some more too. I like to put it right in my beard. Boom! So now that we have that going on, now I'm going to take another brush. This one's nothing specific. And I'm just going to go through and just kind of blend that out all the way around. Okay, so now that I've done that, now I'm going to do the inner bridges of, or around the bridges of my nose pretty much, just to kind of help make my nose look a little bit smaller and a little bit more chiseled. Now I kind of take it from the eyebrow and just kind of go down. So that way, like I said, once again, you don't really have a line just starting right there. So I kind of just take it from the corner of my eye, where the eyebrows start, and just drag that down. Do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm just going to kind of drag that down around my nose. Give my nose some love. See, a little dark. And then we're just going to go through and blend out again. Alright, so now that we have done our priming, we've done our foundation, we've done our concealing, and now we've done our contouring, and we've set it all with powder now. And so now what I'm going to do is, because now I'm done with pretty much my initial face, and this is just, you know, my face. So now I'm going to take the Makeup Forever, their Mist and Fix 02 spray, and I'm just going to go ahead and set my face. Now pretty much what this does is it pretty much just gives your face that natural finish to it. It helps set it and just keep everything together. If there's any loose powder, you just kind of wet it all kind of melts together and it gives it that skin-like finish. I especially like to do it underneath my neck just in case there's any powdering or my hairs are too coated to make the makeup wet and kind of get that off your beard or anything. We could stop here. I mean, I look that good. Okay, so now that we've set everything, so now we have primed, we've done our foundation, we've done our highlights with our concealer, we've set it with our powder, we've set our entire face, and now we have done even our darker contour. And of course we did that at the forehead, the cheekbones, around our jawline, and we did the corners of our nose as such and dragged it down so that way we're giving our nose definition as well. And now we have set that with makeup spray, so now we're able to move on to the eyes. Now today, just because this is an introduction to makeup and just a normal how-to, because all my clients have been asking me to do this, I'm not going to do anything crazy to my eyes. I'm not going to do any type of eye makeup. I'm just going to keep it simple as I would if I was just doing an everyday Joseph look. So here we go. So because I have eyelash extensions on, you're not supposed to put mascara on those. Now I'm just using a little bit of the Christian Louboutin, their mascara. I really like it to a degree. It's simple though. So now I'm just going to go in And I'm just going to give myself a cute little swipe. Okay, so now that we've done that, just a couple swipes of them top lids. Now we're going to do the bottom ones. But first, I'm going to put a little bit of white eyeliner in there. I like to do that just because it makes my eyes look bigger, and I love the way it gives it like that doll-like look. Okay, so now that we have the white eyeliner underneath my eye, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Tarte, their mascara, the Man-Eater mascara. Is it? Yeah, Man-Eater mascara. And we're just going to do the bottom lashes now. Okay, so now we've done our full eye, and that's pretty much the extent of what I do for my eyes just on an everyday basis. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shape my brows a little bit. So what I use is the Benefit, their Brow Wiz, and I use a bit of their Gimmie Brow Gel to just define my eyebrows a little bit. So, here we go. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of the Benefit Gimmie Brow. And these are in the shade number 5. Alright, so pretty much now, that's all I do for my brows. And so now we're on to the last steps, which is going to be highlighting. Now, I love a wonderful strong highlight, so I'm going to start with my Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. Now, some people take highlighting to the extreme. I'm one of those people, unfortunately. So, I'm just going to take this little Morphe M601 brush, and I'm going to just fan in this Champagne Pop highlighter. I normally use about 3 highlighters just because I like to build. And I also don't like just a streak of highlight. I like it to look like my almost whole face is glowing, so stay tuned. This is how we're going to do this. Alright, so that's now my initial highlight. Now I'm going to add more to it. And I'm going to go over that with the Diorskin Nude Air Luminizer. And this is in the shade... Is there a shade? 002. That's what it is. Shade 002. Close something like that. It is very, very pretty. So now I'm going to go in that. And this is a bit lighter, which I love. And because this one's a lot more... I feel like it needs some help. I'm just going to mist my... brush here with a little Fix Plus, or I'm sorry, Makeup's Forever Quick Fix, whatever like that. I'm just going to rub it in there, and now I'm going to take that again, and I'm going to go above where I did the highlight the first time, and go a lot closer to my eye. Okay, so now that that's pretty much my full face, I'm going to finish it with this Hemp Triple Moisturizer Frosted Peppermint and Vanilla Sugar Hydrating Herbal Lip Balm. Limited edition. So, I love this stuff. I just put that on my lips. Like so. Voila. Touch this up. And now we're going to go through our setting spray process. Now, pretty much setting spray, all it does is just help your makeup stay all day. I have a very strenuous 3-step makeup setting spray process. So we're going to start with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. And this stuff is amazing. They sell it at Sephora. And you can use this even just as like an everyday skincare routine thing, because I love this stuff. We're going to go over it again with our Makeup Forever Fix Plus. We're going to give ourselves a hefty spraying. I love how hydrated my face feels. And then we're going to finish with our Urban Decay All Night. Or, All Nighter. Alright guys, and this is the finished product right here. So this was pretty much our basic skincare and makeup get ready step. So pretty much I hope this helped everybody to understand how makeup works a little bit better. And kind of gives you the simple introduction to what a basic face of makeup is. Always want to start with moisturizing in your own personal skincare routine. You want to make sure that you're cleansing your face, that you're not sleeping in your makeup, and that you're also hydrating your face properly and doing what it needs to be done to maintain and keep your skin looking youthful and moisturized. You always want to pick a very good primer. There's many different ones to choose from, and you're going to really need to figure out a little bit more about your skin type and what exactly your skin type needs, whether you're more dry, whether you're more oily, whether you need more red control, whether you need a color correcting primer. There's many things to choose from, so you want to make sure that you're using the best what will suit what you need for your makeup to look the best. If you're just starting out, just try a bare look. Try mascara, maybe a little bit of eyeliner, and shape your brows, and just try that at first, because if you do it right, your skin will look glowy. You'll have that airbrush finish to yourself that you'll really like. And then highlight. Always highlight. Everybody needs a little glow in their life. And if you're me, you need a lot. So always remember to highlight. And it can be a lot less than this, or it could be more than that. They have highlighters that are a lot more subtle if this is too dramatic for you. But I like it. It's a nice little touch to it, and I really like the way it looks. And then whatever you're going to use for your lips. But I hope this helps everyone. I hope this kind of gives you the confidence to go out there and kind of do it yourself and try to give yourself, you know, the time to really understand how makeup works. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. And I look forward to doing many more videos for you guys on different makeup looks, especially as eyeshadows and eyeliners and different makeup reviews and what I think of certain products. If you have any specific questions or specific things that you would like me to cover in another video regarding makeup, leave them in the comment box below. Always remember to like and subscribe and follow us on all our Tailored Style social media. And guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, great hair isn't just style, it's tailored. Thank you guys.